Alright, so today I wanted to talk to you guys today about goal setting and vision boards. So the thing that obviously with the new year coming up, there's a lot of New Year's resolutions going on and a lot of kind of like setting goals for the future. If you guys have not seen what a vision board or a dream board is yet, this is something that I kind of want to just touch a base on just for a little bit. If you guys haven't seen this before, a dream board is basically you can do it in there's different ways you can do it. There's some people that do digital ones, and there's a link where you can do that, and you can kind of like copy and paste different images from all over to create yours, or you can do a clipboard. I've seen people do like a cork board so they can change it up or add to it as time goes on. Or I've also seen poster boards and people putting poster boards and replacing images, changing it up as needed. The things that you want to put on your dream board are different things that so it's a way that so you can visualize what you want to do, right? So I've also heard it called a vision board as well. It's a dream board, goal board / vision board. And visualization is key too in helping you kind of reach your goals or to help you get to where you are. So having affirmations around, so people having affirmations posted in different parts of your house, or having your goals or your dream, your vision board in different areas as well is also helpful. So what do you put on a goal board or a vision whatever board? So I've heard different things about this, and you can kind of do what works for you. But I saw this one quote on in this one article that I really liked, and it was just that your vision board should focus on how you want to feel, not just on things that you want. So I love that, because as you go through and make your vision board for 2016, I personally, I come across things like quotes that I just love, and so quotes that I love, and images that I just like, but not necessarily it's because I want to visit them, but it's because they make me feel a certain way, right? So, for example, and then different things that you want to achieve, I think also is kind of a great thing. So if you are trying to better yourself, be healthier or whatnot, why is it that you want to be healthier? Not because you want to lose, like it's not like your end goal isn't to lose weight or whatever, or lose sizes or whatever, but it's because you want to feel healthier, right? For the most part, you want to feel better in your own skin, you want to be able to feel more confident, etc., right? So if you guys do come up with a goal board or whatever, like let me know. Like, I want to see it, because this is something that I also want to be working on, just because I think personally it's so much more helpful to have something that's visual, and I like the idea of being able to add to it and changing it throughout the year. Yeah, so you can do lots of fun stuff for that. And then let's talk about goal setting. Now, there is something that was posted on the page about goals, and forget setting goals, focus on systems instead, basically, right? And which is something that I was actually I like that, because I was going to talk about if you haven't heard of SMART goals yet, this is something that when I first heard about SMART goals, I thought that it was a really great way to kind of break down your goals. So let me just kind of go over what SMART goals are. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. So specific is, you're going to have a very specific goal. It's measurable so that you can kind of, figure out how you can reach this goal, or steps to reach this goal. Achievable, whether or not that's something that you can achieve realistically, like, are you, anyway, but I did see one thing about it was that it, like, the realistic part and the achievable part were kind of funny, because there was an article I found, they didn't like that you are basically you're only setting goals that you find are achievable, but like it kind of goes against what a goal is, right? Because, or at least some goals is like, for example, I never thought I would hit Premiere ever, period. So in my mind, I would never put that as a goal, because that to me seemed unrealistic, right? But just because you find it unrealistic doesn't mean that it isn't something that you could achieve. Just maybe in your mind it isn't easy to achieve, which is why, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but which is why I like this setting this article that I'm going to post on the team page again, which helps define the difference between goals and systems. Which again I think is perfect, because it's kind of goes in line with the vision board and what we want in our vision boards as well. Is having a specific goal is great, but you really want your end goal to be your end goal. The way that you feel about reaching this goal is kind of the biggest thing, I think. So think about what you want to achieve in 2016. What is it that you want to work on? And then think about different ways that you can do that. Now, for me, I've realized that I need to have more systems in place and more very broken down, like a checklist of things that I can do each day or each week or each month, so that I can hit my goals. So obviously, so say you want to hit, you want to do the golden number. So each month you decide that you really want to hit 500 in PV, so 500 in personal sales, and 1 new recruit. That's great, but how are you going to do that? Well, let's break that down into how you're going to be able to do that, right? So how are you going to do that? Well, let's see, maybe your parties average like 200, maybe $200 is an average party for you, right? Or something that you find achievable. That's something like that's really, that you think, okay, that's fair. So let's plan to have at least 3 parties or 3 events in each month. So you want to make sure that you're planning ahead as well. So for January, you want to make sure you're getting those on the calendar, and then you're getting it on the calendar for February. And then how are you going to get your recruit? Now, obviously, you're going to meet people that you don't know. So you're going to meet people outside of your warm circle at these events or parties, but you want to make sure you're prepared to talk to them about the Posh opportunity. So what can you do to prepare yourself for that? Let's break that down. And you can say, well, I want to always have X amount of recruiting packets on hand. If you guys don't know what recruiting packets are, basically it's kind of like a fax for every single thing that you might want to know about if you were thinking about joining Posh, right? And so you want to have, so maybe you say that you're going to, each month you're going to have at least, I don't know, 3 to 5 at least, okay, recruiting packets on hand. So you want to make sure that you're putting it into your calendar, that you're going to set aside time to make these. At least for me, I need to make sure that I'm setting aside time to make these recruiting packets so that they are there and they are ready. And then you want to, you can even set a goal to say that I want to give out 1 week or 2 to 3 to 5 at each event or party or whatever, So, and then obviously make sure you're following up with these people and telling them about what the monthly recruiting bonus is and all that fun stuff, right? So that is how you're going to hit your 500 and 1 recruit, right? That I think sounds very easy, not easy, very doable, because you've broken it down into smaller steps. Another thing, so this works, I think, in all aspects. So not necessarily business-wise, but in personal as well. For example, one of my goals is to be healthier this year and be more fit, which is so generic, right? Like, how are you going to break that down? Having it as a goal is great, but excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, sorry. Having it as a goal is great, but if you just have it as a goal, what's going to make you actually achieve this goal? I am notorious for setting these goals and like these New Year's resolutions, and then like time passes by and I forget what my resolutions are, and I don't realize until the end of the year that I ever set that resolution. Which is why the vision boards come into play, and why setting up different systems and like checklists of how you're going to reach these goals is going to help. And if you, so basically you're going to help to reach your goals. You're going to have different processes to go through and different systems that you're going to be putting together. Now, so if we're going back to business related, one of the things that I've decided I really, really, really need to do this year, especially because I'm doing it at the end of the year and it's really time consuming, is I am reaching out to everybody that ordered in the year, and I'm going to thank them for ordering, and I'm also going to give them an incentive for ordering in 2016. Obviously, I did follow up with them after they'd ordered, but I want to reach out to them again to make sure that they remember me and to be there in case they do need a refill or whatever, right? So I've been like frantically trying to get my customer like binder figured out and all that, and it's been a pain in the butt. And something that occurred to me was, hello, why don't I like address a postcard to this person, and I can even like already have it filled out, or for the end to send out, but send it out at the end of the year. But basically I'll have a pile and I will have everything already figured out, so that by the end of the year, instead of having to go through my customers and individually sitting through and addressing all my customers, I will have already done it the same time that I was writing them my thank you card, because that would make sense, and I could just put it in a file and at the end of the year send that out. So that's something that I'm going to put into place for the systems that I'm going to have in my business to try to help my business along, especially because it's a little bit easier when you have systems in place so that you can continue doing that. So let's see. That's one of the things also, and I always talk about systems because it's one of the units that, one of the things that I learned about in the Leadership Academy that really hit home for me and was having systems in place. And then I just want to reiterate that having scalable systems is something that you want to consider as well, because even if you feel like, I only have so many customers and I can totally knock all that out super quick. Well, if you're working your business consistently, your customer base will grow, or your team is going to grow. And with that, you want to make sure you have systems in place that are going to be scalable so that you can move with that, right? If you are handwriting everybody's order and filing it away and into a binder, is that going to be scalable when you have tons of orders every month, or and you have tons of customers in your customer base? You kind of have to weigh the options there, right? And kind of figure out what will work for you. Obviously, systems can change and they can be scalable to what works for you, but keep that in mind as well. Something that you're doing now might not be as easy to do later on when you have a bigger business to run. So hopefully that helps out. I think that if you guys can come up with some goals that you guys want to do or work on, or some systems that you guys kind of want to go over, if you guys want to brainstorm and talk on the team page about it, I'd love it if you guys would share. And yeah, if you guys have anything to add or anything like that, just let me know. If you guys want to chime in, I'm going to unmute everyone. So, yeah, Amanda, do you have anything to add?
No, I don't.
Okay, because you posted that link, which I think was like awesome. That is applicable to the year-end resolution making.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, If anyone has any questions, feel free to post on the team page. For now, if you guys get your vision boards up, or if you have any goals or systems that you're putting in place for your business, please share on the team page, and I will talk to you guys next week.